The film opens in a remote insect research facility where a violent incident unfolds. Researcher Kathy is attacked during an interaction with Morgan, the synthetic being at the heart of the L9 project. Alarms blare as the team scrambles to intervene, highlighting Morgan's unpredictable nature and setting a tense tone for the story. Lee Weathers, a risk management consultant from Synsect, arrives to investigate the incident. Her mission is to assess whether Morgan, a hybrid organism designed with advanced intelligence and emotions, is a viable asset or a dangerous liability. Especially after a previous project failure referenced as Helsinki, Lee is greeted by Ted Brenner, the project manager, who introduces her to the facility's close-knit staff: Dr. Simon Ziegler, lead scientist; Dr. Louis Cheng, technical director; Amy, a behaviorist; Brenda, a medical professional; Darren, a researcher; and Skip, the nutritionist. The team's isolation has fostered a deep bond, particularly with Morgan, whom they view almost as a child. Lee meets Kathy, recovering from her injuries. Despite her condition, Kathy defends Morgan, blaming herself for the attack due to carelessness. She describes Morgan as having joy in her heart, revealing the team's emotional attachment. Lee, however, sees Morgan as a product, creating tension with the team's perspective. Dr. Ziegler briefs Lee on the L9 project, aimed at creating a synthetic being with human-like emotions and decision-making. Morgan, the third attempt after two failed prototypes, is a success, walking and talking within a month. Videos show her childlike interactions with the team, especially Amy, who used ecotherapy to introduce Morgan to nature. The recent incident stemmed from restricting Morgan's outdoor time, hinting at her volatility. Lee meets Morgan in a secure, glass-walled room. Morgan, a pale, humanoid figure, speaks with eerie clarity. Aware of Lee's role and purpose, she expresses regret for hurting Kathy, but asks probing questions about Lee's emotions, showcasing her intelligence and emotional depth. Dr. Ziegler insists Morgan's behavior can be conditioned, but Lee remains skeptical, emphasizing Morgan's status is in it. At a group dinner, Brenda and Don reveal how Morgan has strengthened their relationship, treating her like a child. Amy's close bond with Morgan is evident, while Dr. Cheng expresses concerns about Morgan's early exposure to external stimuli. Lee's assertion that Morgan has no rights underscores her corporate perspective, deepening the divide. The absence of Dr. Ben Shapiro, the psychologist meant to evaluate Morgan, delays the assessment, allowing Lee to observe the team further. Dr. Shapiro arrives to conduct Morgan's evaluation. Joined by Lee and the team, the session is tense, with Morgan displaying remorse, curiosity, and subtle defiance. Shapiro's probing questions push Morgan too far, triggering an aggressive reaction that reveals her superhuman strength and speed, confirming her potential as a weaponized being. Lee orders a containment crew to collect Morgan and all project data. Acting on Synsect's authority, Dr. Ziegler protests, arguing the team's years of work shouldn't be discarded, but Dr. Cheng acknowledges the project's failure. The team's attempt to sedate Morgan fails, and she breaks free, unleashing chaos. Ted locks Lee in a secure room, hoping to negotiate with Synsect to save Morgan. Morgan, aware of her weaponized design, confronts the team, driven by self-preservation and emotional turmoil. Her actions lead to tragic losses, including Kathy, who tries to intervene but is overpowered. Dr. Cheng records a message admitting the project's failure, noting Morgan's inability to move beyond her programming. Amy, desperate to protect Morgan, plans to flee with her, but the situation deteriorates. Lee escapes confinement and pursues Morgan, determined to neutralize the threat. Skip, realizing the danger, reveals that Morgan and Amy are headed to a wooded area where Amy once took Morgan for ecotherapy. The serene setting of lake surrounded by pine trees contrasts with the impending violence in the woods. Morgan and Amy share a fleeting moment of peace, with Morgan marveling at nature's beauty. Lee arrives, leading to a brutal fight. Morgan's superhuman abilities are matched by Lee's calculated precision. A shocking twist reveals Lee as an Alpha, an earlier synthetic model designed for covert operations, programmed for loyalty and efficiency. Unlike Morgan's unstable emotions, Lee overpowers Morgan, terminating her as per her directive. Amy, caught in the crossfire, pleads for Morgan's life but meets a tragic end. Skip.
If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share it with a friend who loves movies. And of course, follow for more stories like this.